Hey guys, so today is another album review, but it's with a slight difference because I've been watching a few of the old ones I did through and they weren't as good as I wanted them to be, and I wanted to kind of change up my style of doing an album review. But today is the first one of a whole new thing where I'm actually going to rate the album on certain things, so things like drums, guitars, bass, vocals, lyrics, feeling, emotion that they portray, emotion that you feel, would you buy it, would I go see them live? I'll put a video link down below where I sort of go over all the factors and rate all the other albums that I've reviewed, so it's kind of giving them a flat rating. Today I'm reviewing Falling in Reverse's new album, well, like 3 weeks ago, Coming Home. Now, to begin with, they released Coming Home, Lone Loser, and then Broken, and then the whole album. But the reason why I'm doing it differently for this album compared to all the others where I've gone over each song in reasonable detail is because this album is a train wreck of different feelings, emotions per song. I could spend an hour talking about one song, but the track list goes from top to bottom: Coming Home, Broken, and then Loser, and then Fuck You and All Your Friends, I Hate Everyone, and Bad at Life, Hanging On, Superhero, Straight to Hell, I Don't Mind, The Departure, Right Now, and Paparazzi. The problem with this album is each song has a different feel and doesn't really fit with the previous or the next track. So like Coming Home doesn't fit with Broken, but Broken fits with Loser, but then Loser doesn't fit with Fuck All Your Friends. There's no commonality between any of the songs. Like most of the good albums that I've listened to all have a similar sort of feel per song, but they have a commonality theme or a feeling that they express. Each one of these songs give a slightly different feeling, but there's no similarity. But the reason why I like this album is because musically it's quite good. Musically there's a lot of range and variation between the songs. Generally, throughout the album, musically, I'd give it a good like 2 thumbs up. 2 Ks or 3 Ks if you will, if you know Kerrang rating. If you've watched the ratings video down below, musically out of 5, which is drums, rhythm guitar, lead guitar, bass, and then vocally, I'd give it about a 4 because it's quite good. I mean, there are some issues with it and some songs aren't as good as others. Ronnie's vocal power in this album seems to have just got better and better and better. Some of his sort of power in Loser and Broken, especially those two, increases a lot and kind of brings more emotion to the song and the meaning behind it. I mean, most of it is probably down to people leaving his past life, his instances with the police and parole and that sort of stuff back in 2008, 7 or 6 or whatever it was. A few songs are quite petty. Well, one of them is Fuck You and All Your Friends. It's very petty from a 30-year-old guy. It just doesn't feel right. It feels like he's acting a little bit immature. Doesn't really give the sort of sense of maturity that you'd expect from a guy that's 30 plus. There are some really good cracking songs on this album. Like if you put them on any other Falling in Reverse album, I think they would have made a difference. So in my opinion, Coming Home, Broken, Loser, I Hate Everyone, Hanging On, I Don't Mind, Superhero are the best ones on the album. Some of them are a little bit iffy, like I Don't Mind and Superhero and I Hate Everyone, and it's a little bit iffy. They're not great. Some of them have references to things that aren't very appealing or very pleasant. The first 3 on the album are the best ones on the album. It started off well, but unfortunately it just gets worse and worse and worse as it drops down the album. The drums are excellent. I mean, Ryan has improved dramatically since the first few albums and he's just been getting better and better and better and better. Excluding Fashionably Late, everyone's been getting better and better. Guitar wise, they've had probably their best member leave, Jackie Vincent, who is an incredible guitarist. I don't think there's anyone out there in this sort of genre that is as good as him and settled with this sort of band. I feel like he settled a little bit. If the first album was amazing work from everyone, the second, Fashionably Late, was awful. The third one kind of collabed some of the last 2 albums, previous albums, together. A bit iffy in my opinion. Some of the songs are excellent, some of the songs are shit. Some to this album, but without Jackie the guitar drops. But some songs, some bits of guitar are excellent. And whoever the replacement is, I don't know his name, but whoever the replacement is, excellent work, dude. Well done. You've brought the band from possibly having an awful 4th album to actually having a decent album in some areas. Lyrically, there's a lot of meaning behind them, but Ronnie can't, in my opinion, fulfill what is needed to make a song excellent in some of these songs. Say if they were given to Craig Mabbitt, he might be able to do other ones better, but not as good. I think the only people that could probably do it are Corey Taylor and Andy Basak. They could probably bring the emotion to it, but I feel like they kind of cobbled together some of the songs into this, like they had some left over from Fashionably Late, and they're like, we should really use these songs to fill up this album, bulk it up a little bit, because some of the worst ones near the bottom, I've got the deluxe edition on Spotify, so Right Now and Paparazzi aren't on the original one, The Departure's the final one, but those 3 are the worst on the album. From Paparazzi, Right Now, and then Departure, and then Straight to Hell, they are the worst ones on the album. I'm Bad at Life is okay, but it just feels a little bit like, alright, you're bad at life, we get that, we know that, you've talked about that for the last 4 albums. Great, cheers. Come on, Ronnie. In Escape the Fate, you were one of the best writers, in my opinion, of that sort of decade, of that sort of genre, and now you're doing shit like this. Come on man, pick it up. And that's pretty much the songs in reasonable detail. Some of them are quite melodic, some of them are catchy, just like he had some catchy songs, whereas this one's got a few. So I Hate Everyone and Better Life, Hanging On and I Don't Mind are reasonably catchy to a degree. I'd say I Hate Everyone is probably the catchiest song, mainly due to the chorus, but it's generally not an amazing album. I'd rate it about a 7.5 on my scale, which you can see down below. That's just because I'd go see them live for the first album and the third album rather than this one. It's not like Fashion Blade, which is what I'm happy about. It's nothing like it to a degree. There's a little bit of electronic stuff, but not too much. There's no rapping, thank God. He's done that in his solo stuff, like his mixtapes. But it's generally a decent album. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. If you're a fan of Falling Reverse, go for it. But if you're a fan of like BVB or Pierce the Veil or Slipknot or Asking Alexandria, I'd say no, don't bother. It's an acquired taste. See you guys later. If you want to support these videos and all my other channels as well, there is a Patreon at the end, possibly either here or here, somewhere here as a card. You can donate $1, $5, that's pretty much it, because I don't want to take all your money and I don't want to beg you for money, if that makes sense, because my other channels are slowly becoming unmonetized because of YouTube's new ruling. If you want to see the video of that, it will be at the end, here-ish or here-ish somewhere. Thanks for watching, thanks for the support. Remember to check out my Patreon and remember to hit like and subscribe too, and I'll see you next time for another video. Goodbye, you beautiful, amazing people. Enjoy. I hope you reasonably enjoy Falling Reverse's new album, Coming Home. Goodbye.